Hello again, 102ers. Hopefully this is the second video you've watched so far, because that introductory video, which was listed first in the announcement, will help you get ready for the semester. If this is the first one, well, stop right now and go watch the intro. No, seriously. It'll make your life so much easier. Just go do it. Oh, good, you're back. Before we jump into it, I have a very important announcement to make, and yes, I'm actually being serious this time. These videos are not meant to be a full lecture of the material. I will not record myself droning on for 80 minutes to discuss the material that you're supposed to cover. These videos are meant to be a quick introduction to the material, a bit of guidance where I see the students from the past got confused, and a bit of explanation on what's coming up. I hope to never have any videos close to 15 minutes in length, although it happens occasionally. These are meant to just get you moving forward. If there are any questions about the material, either in the video or for the week, please reach out to me and ask. Everyone's heard there are no stupid questions, but I disagree. The only stupid questions are the ones that you are too afraid to ask, and they just go unanswered. Answering questions is quite literally in my job description, so please don't just assume you know what's going on. Verify that you do, okay? Okay. Like I said, let's just jump into it. The intro video that you saw earlier, hopefully, it launched you through what this page is and where everything is going. So let's scroll down and look at the masterclass schedule. So if you go to the main page, you'll see it's English 102, 517. Scroll down beyond the Zoom room, which we won't be using, the instructor information, which you've already seen, hopefully. You've got the course schedule, which is going to become your best friend. Okay, so click on the link here. And it's the first week, so it's really right up top. Now, I put a note right here. Please remember that all assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. Eastern on the last day of the associated week, which is always a Sunday, okay? Everything's due on a Sunday, which is fine, except for this semester. You know, you have Easter and you have St. Patrick's Day on both Sundays. So before you get drunk on St. Patrick's Day, please do your work, submit it, then go out and have fun, okay? Anyway, as you can see, there are 3 things to go through, a few things to review, you know, a couple of activities and practices, including a debatable topics list, which I'll go over in a little bit, and then you have 2 assignments, okay? I won't get ahead of myself, so let's just start from the top. In what is a literature review, here we go, you can see that, well, you're being introduced to the concept of what a literature review is. Right? Now, you can read through all of this at your leisure, but let me explain what this is and what this is not. A literature review is not a highbrow discussion of symbolism in Hemingway's works compared to the gritty realism of Harper Lee's American South. We aren't wearing smoking jackets, sitting in front of a roaring fire, quaffing bourbon. I mean, you could be, but in this case, a literature review is much more practical. Now, once you select a topic for this semester, you're going to be doing research to support your claim. That research that you do, the sources that you find, they become the literature of your topic. So a literature review is quite literally a review and analysis of your discovered source material. You'll be explaining the background of the author, the credibility of the ideas, and the currency of information. Again, currency has nothing to do with money. It's got everything to do with time. So, as you can see on this page, there are a lot of, well, cute pictures, but giving you a much more comprehensive sample document, I'll be doing that. It's going to have usable material and a template to follow for your final paper. Don't worry, folks. I won't let you down. I mentioned that there will be finding a topic, right? Well, in the next one, what is a debatable thesis or academic topic, we start to figure out the parameters of these directions. This is actually not a bad page at all because it does hit all the high points. Make sure your chosen topic is debatable. It must have a solid argument behind it. Make sure it is assertive. That is, you are stating a specific direction, not just bringing something up that might sound controversial with no hope of siding with either camp. Make sure that you are reasonable. Okay? Reasonable is big. So reasonable with the topic, and you can kind of ignore the fact that your heart wants to lead. You have to really be able to back up your idea with solid material. Hence, the evidence-based, right down here. An argument without evidence is not an argument. It's an assertion. And that's just a pointed opinion. No bueno, muchachos. Finally, it has to be focused. Don't just say the United States tax code is confusing. No kidding. What specifically are you going to tackle? Now, before we get deeper into this, I want to tell you what topics you cannot do, okay? After close to 20 years of teaching this class, I have a small list of topics that are problems. I will never assign a failing grade because I disagree with you with your findings, but you will not do well if you cannot support those findings, and that's where the issue comes in. So what topics are on my no-fly list? I gotta tell you that there are some topics that I hate. There are some topics I hate so much, so don't do them. What are they? Well, abortion is still on the list, if you are writing about why those who have them are going to hell. But recently, something very groundbreaking happened in this country. Roe versus Wade was repealed, and I had a few students discuss abortion from a legal standpoint rather than a faith-based standpoint. I'll accept that, again, but if you allow your religion to seep into the argument, then it ceases to become a legal discussion. Not everyone has your faith. There are Christians. There are Jews. There are Muslims. There are Hindus. There are atheists. Not everybody believes the same thing. It's the same basic principle if you want to write against same-sex unions. You're talking about faith than anything, it's not going to go well, okay? Don't do it. Another topic I cannot stand is college athletes should be paid. Boring. I've seen every permutation of that topic. And while I think student athletes work very hard, I'm tired of reading the same exact paper with the same exact sources. There's nothing new in there. Another overdone topic, legalized drugs, most notably weed. Please, please don't do that. Please, God, don't even write that paper. Every time I see this paper, it only gets worse. Seriously. I know each and every source you're going to use and to give me in that paper, they're all terrible. Don't do it. Childhood obesity is another one, but it's not because it's not a good topic. It's just so terribly boring and overdone. I've read so many papers on fat kids needing to lose weight that I can tell you exactly how you're going to write the paper, what sources you're going to use, and how you're going to conclude. By the way, every one of you who writes this paper always starts off with a Michelle Obama quote. Every single time. So there's no surprises here. Finally, gun control. Not one person can write dispassionately about this topic. Trust me. You either own a gun or multiple and hate the people who want you to give them up, or you are fervently anti-gun and start throwing around insults towards those who don't own guns. Wow, I just messed that one up. Either way, it's not a good place to start, so please don't do any of those topics, okay? Please. You tell him, Jimmy Cornette. Hey, by the way, if you know who this guy is on the screen right now, well, you know how angry he gets. I get that angry when I see these topics. Now let's find some ideas in case your brain is in vapor lock right now. Let me show you where to look for some help, okay? Never let it be said that I'm not a giver. First, we go back to the main Delaware Tech page, which is the My DTCC portal page. It's the first page that you land on when you log in. Look over to the right and you will see the Student Success Toolbox area. Under that, you'll see Library over here on the right. Click on it. You'll see the subcategory of databases right here in alphabetical order. Boom, there goes the dynamite. Now, there are a few in here that are very helpful, but for different reasons. The one I really want you to pay attention to today is SIRS. So once you click on it, you will see SIRS, okay? So as you can see, there's trending topics up here that you can go through, and yes, there are some on here that I said you shouldn't be able to do, like gun control. like abortion in some respects. Anything else up here? Okay, good. So there's a lot of good ones. You can talk about school lunches and things. So let's talk about school lunches. So if you see a trending topic or an editor's pick, these are the picks that the editors think would make for good topics. You can click on the box and it will show you the leading issue page. It'll give you a summary here of what it is. Down here, the different viewpoints that you can do, including different articles that support each viewpoint, and you can find more sources by clicking there. There's always going to be some sort of a editorial cartoon here. A few critical questions which should get you thinking about the ideas. Very smart. A timeline of the important details of that topic. And then down here, anything that's related to it, like organic food. Yes, obesity. Food safety, childcare, and so forth and so on. Okay? So that's always a very good thing to do. So let's go back a page. If it loads correctly, there we go. And you can go through and just look at, different issues that you can click on, like, school, family, and youth, world culture. You click on that, and there's several different ones in there. If none of that really makes a difference to you, you can just type in, like, cyber security and see what comes up. It's a search engine like any other. So this is a leading issue, as you can see here. So you click on cybersecurity, and up comes the leading issue page, and you can look through it and see what's what all through, okay? So SIRS is a great place to look for topics. Now, there's also, if we go back to this page, our masterclass schedule, you can see that we have a debatable topics list. Yes, we do. Click on it, we go over to it. I am not a big fan of this page because there's a lot of topics in here that are just so overdone and so ridiculously underdeveloped that you guys are just going to look at it and say, oh, look, there is legalization of drugs. Legalizing marijuana, it's right there. I'm going to use that. No, you're not. Because remember, I'm the grader. You got to make sure to listen to me. But you can talk about free-range parenting, but you can't just say, is it beneficial or neglectful? You have to come down on one side or the other. Vaccinations. Should they be mandated, especially for children? Now, please note, I do not want to see you give me a topic on vaccinations shouldn't be mandatory because they cause autism. They don't. The science never supported that. Ever, ever, ever. So I am not going to be nice when it comes to telling you why a topic won't work. You're going to have to trust me that I am being strict with you early so you don't pull your hair out late, okay? But there's a lot of topics here that could get you started, but I do think that SIRS is a much better place for you to go to find topics because it's going to really work with what you're thinking and feeling at the time, okay? So the debatable topics list, not necessarily the greatest page in the world. So let's just jump to the next page, which is understanding plagiarism. So we're almost done reviewing all this material, and I hate to be so dismissive of this page, but plagiarism is exactly what you think it is, academic theft and or cheating. I can sum up this entire page here by saying pretty much just one thing. Do your own work. If you copy and paste, you're cheating. If you get someone to write the paper for you, you're cheating. If you're reusing old papers, you're cheating. If you go to Chat GPT or use an AI creator, you're cheating. Please just do your own work because plagiarism is using someone else's work and then not giving them proper credit. Plagiarism is also using your previous work and not really updating it, okay? Okay, good. So think about the topics that you'd like and put some effort into it because you'll be using these topics for 15 weeks. Now, like I said, there are 2 assignments. One is very quick and easy relating to academic integrity right here. If you answer incomplete sentences, chances are you're going to do just fine. So this, click on it. You're going to get into this. Please read Understanding Plagiarism and go over it again. Make sure you get that. We got 2 links here. Make sure to follow that. Here's another link that you can download That works. And then underneath, because it's me, I'm a teacher, I don't have it, but you'll have a start quiz down here, and you'll be able to start. It's a quiz, but it's not like a real quiz. It's just kind of, do you understand this? Okay? So that'll be helpful. The other one here is a bit more involved, and I've used a version of it for longer than I can remember. It's a discussion board where, really, I want you to explain your ideas in a bit of detail. You'll post an initial thread, like I did down here. I have a sample for you, okay? Ta-da! So yes, you will post that initial thread where you are going to introduce your topic, explain why you chose it, explain what you know about it already, and then what you are most excited to find out in your research, as well as what makes you nervous to undertake the topic. Boom, 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 boom. Do not answer these in bullet points. As you can see my sample, I just wrote a paragraph. That's all I want, is a paragraph. Now, once you've submitted this, you must return to the threads and find 2 of your peers' posts and explain what you like versus don't like about their topic. Do not just give me, good job, or that sucks. This is a writing class. Give me some understanding of why you like it or why you don't like it. So if you do your topics, by Wednesday or Thursday, you can come back on Friday or Saturday and knock out the 2 responses pretty quickly. Okay? Okay. And that's the week, kids. Hopefully, this wasn't as painful as you expected. Yes, it went over 15 minutes. Sorry. So couple the idea that it wasn't as long as I had feared, plus the chapter listings at the bottom of the video that you'll see in YouTube. You'll be able to glide through these videos pretty easily, right? Plan ahead, email me when you need me, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your topics by next Sunday. Have a great week, stay safe, and enjoy the snow. See ya.